Hey everyone, it's Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be reviewing the Bath & Body Works Berry Waffle Cone 3-wick candle. As you can see here, I don't typically do candle reviews on my channel. However, I've been buying so many candles recently, I figure I may as well talk to you guys about them. So I guess if you don't want these videos, let me know, but I think it will help me kind of evaluate the candles. I can share my thoughts with you guys, kind of help me work through my candle stash. So I'm gonna start with this one because I just happened to be burning it. So let's get into it. So like I said, Berry Waffle Cone, the 3-wick. This is actually from Candle Day, so I do know, especially with this scent in Berry Waffle Cone, that sometimes depending what kind of container it's in and when you get it, like sometimes Candle Day candles just don't perform the same as others. So FYI, this is from Candle Day. I'm gonna read you the scent notes. This is what I found online from the single wick. I'm guessing they are the same. It says sweet summer berries, golden waffle cone, and creamy vanilla. So this is available on the Bath & Body Works website as a single wick. Let me re-look this up, it went away. I'm pretty positive it's in like a lot of body care. I think maybe it's in a wallflower as well. I can't load it. Okay, berry waffle cone. It's in the single wick and the wallflower, and then the like body care, hand soap, etc. So they don't have the 3-wick candle up anymore, which I feel like either means it's sold out, or you know how they just like take things down to add new things. But to me, this scent is very perfect for this time of year, like summer into fall, which I feel like August is very summer into fall. So I don't know why they got rid of it so soon, but you can still get it in a single wick if you'd like. So what do I think it smells like compared to those notes? I definitely see where they're going with the name Berry Waffle Cone. To me, it's a very tart type of berry, almost like a very deep, like raspberry, almost a plum even. It's just like very deep. It just says sweet summer berries. It's definitely not like a berry smoothie. Like there's something deeper about it to me, and I don't know if it's the mixture of the waffle cone in there, but it's very like late summer berry to me versus like June-ish when they kind of came out with it. Even May, maybe they came out with it. That just seems a little bit early for me. I could see how this reminds people of like going to the fair or something of that sort, kind of like a carnival type scent. However, I think this is like the perfect time for it. But I picked it up at Candle Day knowing I was probably gonna burn it like going into fall. So do I get the scent notes? Yeah, I do. I definitely think the golden waffle cone mixed with the berry kind of gives it just a little bit something different. It's not a generic bakery and it's not a generic fruity. I feel like if you've smelled this scent one time, you know what it smells like, but if you've never smelled it, it's not just like a generic vanilla waffle cone with a hint of berry. I feel like it's mostly berry prominent, but like that deep berry, and then the waffle cone and vanilla bakery kind of come as like the after. They come in the background, kind of after the berries. So I don't know that it like reminds me of any other candles or scents off the top of my head. I feel like it is pretty, like I feel like a lot of people knock on this scent like to create their own, but I don't know that this is like trying to dupe something else. So how have I used it so far? I've burned, this is my third burn going on right here. And I don't know if you can tell, this black line right here in the back is actually the top of the candle where the candle had started. I marked that for my project pan. Not all the candles I talk about will have that mark, but this one just happens to. So I burned it a couple days ago for the first time as I was getting ready for work one day. and I only had it lit for probably 30 to 45 minutes, which some people are probably cringing, like, you had it lit for 30 to 45 minutes. I like to light candles in the morning as I get ready for work, just not only for ambiance, but I really need to use up my candles, and it's a time where I can light my candles because I'm home, so I use it. To me, not pulling out all the way isn't something I am religious about monitoring. Like, I don't really care if there's wax buildup on the side. Like, obviously a candle's likely not gonna pull out in 30 minutes to 45 minutes, but I still lit it knowing that. And I mean, the first burn, you guys are probably so upset. However, I have a candle crock, I have a candle lamp, I have candle warmers. I could chunk it. Like, to me, it's not worth not burning with it not potentially pulling out all the way. So, FYI, that was my first burn, just so you're aware. If you are somebody who lets your candle pull out of the way, you may have different results. The next time I burned it, I think was earlier today. I burned it for a couple hours. The wicks had a tiny bit, I wouldn't even call them mushroom tops, but just a tiny bit of collecting semi-mushrooms. I mean, like baby, not even quite splitting, but just stuff collecting at the top of the wick. So I trimmed only that portion off with the cuticle scissors, like very, very minimal. And then I actually lit it this morning for probably 2 to 3 hours. And the scent throw was like very, very low. The wicks were not doing the best, kind of how they are now. Like, they just are very puny. I cotton balled it, and it continued to burn. It maybe improved like ever so slightly, but not much. So I kind of was like, well, whatever. I ended up putting it out. You might see like some of this really, really high buildup and be like, what is that? When I put my candles out, I do like the swirling method, like where you take it and like swirl the candle so that all the wicks go under the wax. So that's why some of this wax is like all the way up to the top. So I did that both the first and second time that I lit it. So then this afternoon, evening, whatever, I mean, probably at like 7:30ish, I was like, okay, I'm going to go sit outside. It's a really nice night tonight. I'm just gonna go like sit on my like patio area, and I was like, you know what? I've never burned a candle on the patio, and I know people talk about it. So I took this out with me to burn on the patio. So that was maybe like an hour and a half ago. I had not trimmed the wicks because there was nothing collecting at the top of the wicks after the second burn. I lit this up outside or on the patio, whatever. It's kind of like enclosed somewhat, so there is breeze, but it has like 3 walls kind of, so you can, it's not like completely outside. It's a little bit enclosed, if you know what I'm saying. So I lit it up out there. I was like, what else? Or I was like, if all else fails, who cares? I'll put it in the crock or the lamp or whatever. So I just wanted to try it out. So I lit it up out there about an hour and a half ago. It actually did its best out there. Like, I felt like I could smell it very, 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 very well. I don't know if it was the fact that like the breeze was kind of making the flames a little bit higher, or like blowing them around more, making the candle burn a little hotter, because obviously, as you can see, like it very much needs to be cotton balled because the wicks are like very, very small. But it was doing so, like the wicks were like this outside, and it was doing so well. So I could hardly believe it. So I kind of want, now that I kind of tell you how the different ways I've burned it, I want to kind of tell you how the performance has been. So the first 2 times that I lit it inside, granted, the first time was not that much time at all, and I never have a good first burn typically with Bath & Body Works. I mean, I never get like a huge throw typically on the first burn from any candle. I don't know why, that might just be in my head, but anyway, the second time it was like maybe light to light medium. I was literally thinking like, I don't know why people say they get a strong throw from this candle because it's doing nothing for me. So those were my first two experiences. When I brought this into the patio or outside, it was a freaking boomer. Like, I literally was sitting next to it and it was just like constantly in my face, down my throat, in my nose. And I was like, oh my God, this is so strong. Like, I might have to back away. Like, it was filling the whole entire space. I will say I came in and went back out. I couldn't, like, it didn't hit me in the face when I went back outside. But as soon as I came up close to it again, it was like right there. Very, very strong. So I totally see what people are saying. I think it just needs that air movement, some type of air movement to get the scent really moving to actually let this candle throw, because I think the scent is very strong. It just needs a little help throwing. Like, if you have no air movement, if your air's not on, your fan's not running, nothing is happening, like right here, what's happening right now, I can't smell it, and I'm like, this is my arm all the way extended. Like, I'm that far away from the candle, I can't smell it. Outside, it was almost choking me. Like, that's how much I feel like the airflow impacts this particular candle. So yes, I think it is really strong. However, I think the throw really depends on your airflow. So finally, I feel like this is a fan favorite. Like, I really feel like this will come back, and I feel like it kind of comes back at a weird time. Like, if it comes back in May, I would probably repurchase it again in May or at a candle day or something like that. But knowing I'd probably use it in August. But I really do think this one is popular and a lot of people do like it. I just think it's interesting how some people get like a mega throw out of this, and it could be because it's from Candle Day. But me, it really depended on the airflow. Like, at some points I can't smell it at all, and then other points it's like totally choking me out. So keep that in mind. I know people say this is strong, so if you are like totally against strong candles, maybe this one isn't for you at all. But if you like these types of scents and you're up for a strong candle, I would definitely check this one out. I think this one is one you could probably put right underneath your air vent and probably get away with, versus some other ones might be like sitting like crazy. However, I definitely need to cotton ball this, and I think if I wouldn't have taken this outside, it was very, very caked around the edges. And I don't know, let me maybe like try and turn it around. It's really like this one side's kind of got some, this side has a little bit, but like it was pretty bad before I took it outside. Like, it almost didn't pull out anywhere. So being outside, it actually kind of fixed itself. So I think I'm gonna try to do that more often. I'll have to see what Corey thinks, because he would probably call me crazy if he knew I brought a candle outside. But I actually really enjoyed it and would definitely do it again. So yeah, I think overall I really like this candle. I really think this is the perfect time of year to burn it, melt it, whatever. I likely will maybe cotton ball it, burn it one more time, maybe two. After that, it'll probably go either in the crock or on a candle lamp, though, because I just don't hardly ever burn my Bath & Body Works candles all the way down. So I hope you enjoyed. If you have this candle, let me know if you kind of experienced similar situations, because I think I've never heard anyone have the same experience as I did with this one so far. So also let me know, like, do you absolutely hate these? Do you not want me to talk about any more candles? Just let me know. Otherwise, I have a crap load of candles to talk about, and I'd love to share my thoughts with you. So please let me know. Thanks so much for hanging out with me and chatting about candles. I absolutely love it. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.